They say desire fades with age, that after 60, passion becomes a memory, not a presence. But what if that's a lie we've all been sold? What if the quiet longing you still feel on some lonely night, or the spark that flickers when someone truly sees you, isn't something to be ashamed of, but something entirely natural, entirely human, and still profoundly alive? The truth is, many people over 60 still crave connection, touch, intimacy. Not out of desperation or nostalgia, but because desire doesn't expire. It simply evolves. It softens in some ways and deepens in others. It becomes less about performance and more about presence. But here's the problem. No one talks about it. Our culture treats aging as a curtain call, as though sensuality is a stage you must exit once the wrinkles arrive. We're told that older bodies are less worthy, that yearning is for the young, and that wanting more, emotionally, physically, sexually, is somehow inappropriate. But beneath all those silences is a simple, aching truth. So many people over 60 are still deeply alive with desire. And yet they carry their questions, their feelings, even their needs in silence, afraid to speak them out loud, afraid to be judged, afraid they're the only ones. This video is for you, for the ones who still feel the stirrings of something beautiful inside, but aren't sure where to place them. For the ones who wonder, is it too late for me to feel that kind of closeness again? It's not, and you're not alone. In fact, what we're about to uncover might just change the way you see yourself and your capacity for intimacy forever. Welcome to Comfort Corner, a place where growing older is not a quiet ending, but a beautiful unfolding. I'm Michael, and I'm here not just as a narrator, but as a fellow traveler. This channel was created for people like you, thoughtful, curious, courageous souls in their 60s and beyond, who still crave meaning, connection, and honest conversations that speak to the heart. Each week, we bring you warm, honest reflections on life after 60, from relationships and self-worth to healing, purpose, joy, and yes, intimacy. Because here, we don't believe in tiptoeing around the truth. We believe that aging deserves reverence, not retreat. And we believe that your feelings, your desires, and your experiences still matter. Deeply. If this is your first time here, I want to personally welcome you. You've found a gentle space to breathe, to reflect, and to feel seen. If you've been with us for a while, thank you for returning. Your presence here means everything. And if today's topic resonates with you, or if you know someone who needs this message, I warmly invite you to share this video. Leave a comment if you feel moved to. Your story, no matter how simple or private, may help someone else feel less alone. And of course, if you find comfort here, I'd be honored if you'd subscribe. At Comfort Corner, we're not chasing views or trends. We're nurturing connection, one heart at a time. You deserve to feel heard. You deserve to feel whole. And you deserve to know that your story is far from over. We've been conditioned to believe that sex and desire are the exclusive domain of youth. That once the hair grays and the joints stiffen, the sensual self must also grow silent. But that's not how the human heart works. And it's certainly not how the human body works either. Desire is not owned by the young. It is part of our emotional landscape for life. Yes, the body changes, hormones shift, and our relationship with intimacy may evolve. But the truth is, many people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond report a deepening sense of connection, even a rediscovery of sensuality when it is no longer tied to performance or social pressure. In fact, with the children grown and societal expectations loosened, there can be more freedom to explore tenderness, laughter, touch, and vulnerability than ever before. The myth that desire fades isn't just incorrect, it's harmful. It silences people who still long to be held, kissed, cherished. It tells them that their needs are embarrassing or inappropriate. But let's be clear, desire doesn't come with an expiration date. What might surprise you is that for many, desire in later life becomes more soulful. Less about image, more about presence. Less about conquest, more about closeness. When we remove shame and societal expectation, we find a quiet truth. that the capacity for desire is as timeless as the soul itself. When we talk about desire, many imagine only the physical act of sex. But intimacy, true intimacy, is so much more. It's the way someone looks at you without judgment, the quiet safety of resting your head on someone's shoulder, the joy of laughter shared after a long story. As we age, these forms of intimacy often become even more essential, even more nourishing. And yes, for many, sex remains a part of the story, but it's no longer the whole story. In fact, for many seniors, emotional and spiritual intimacy grow stronger as physical urgency fades. There's more room for presence, for deep listening, for holding hands in silence without needing to explain a thing. Redefining intimacy after 60 means reclaiming its fullness. Not just physical closeness, but emotional openness. It's the long, meandering conversations that stretch into twilight, the soft understanding in someone's eyes, the quiet rituals shared over morning coffee. This kind of intimacy can be even more healing than the physical, and it's still part of the same desire for closeness. And if you've ever felt disconnected, know this: you are not broken. You are simply evolving. And there is still so much beauty to discover in the way two hearts can meet. Let's be honest. The aging body doesn't always feel like home. There are new aches, softer skin, slower responses. Things that once came easily may now require more time, more effort, or different approaches altogether. For many, this can create frustration or even grief. Especially in intimate settings, we may feel self-conscious, ashamed, or even avoidant. But what if we approached our changing bodies not with criticism, but with compassion? Your body has carried you through decades of life. It has healed, adapted, endured. It deserves gentleness, not judgment. In intimate moments, what matters most isn't how you look, it's how you feel. It's the energy you bring, the kindness you offer, the presence you allow. If you experience physical challenges like dryness, discomfort, or reduced arousal, know that these are common and treatable. There are supportive tools, open-minded practitioners, and gentle solutions that can help. More importantly, there is no shame in needing help or in asking your partner for patience and understanding. Intimacy after 60 doesn't require you to perform like you did at 30. It invites you to connect from a deeper place, one of grace, humor, and trust. In fact, learning to navigate these changes together can deepen a bond in unexpected ways. The more honest we are, the more loving the experience becomes. It might surprise you to learn that one of the most important elements of desire after 60 isn't physical, it's communication. Being able to speak openly about what you need, what you fear, what you long for, and what you no longer enjoy can transform your experience of intimacy. Yet many seniors grew up in times when these conversations were taboo or even shameful. Now, in this new chapter, there is a powerful opportunity to unlearn silence and replace it with honesty. You don't need to know all the right words, only to begin from a place of kindness. A simple, "I miss being close with you," or "Can we talk about how things have changed?" can open the door to healing, laughter, and renewed connection. And if you're single, communication still matters, especially with yourself. Be honest about what you desire. Give yourself permission to want more. Reflect on what you need in a future partner, not just physically, but emotionally. Communication is how we bridge gaps, not just between bodies, but between hearts. And when done with tenderness, it becomes the foundation of everything beautiful that can follow. In younger years, passion often burns fast and bright. But in later life, desire becomes a slower flame that needs the oxygen of safety to thrive. Emotional safety isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. Especially after years of experiences, disappointments, or betrayals, many seniors need to feel secure in order to open up again. And that's not weakness, it's wisdom. We begin to understand that intimacy is not about performance, but about permission. Permission to be seen fully, to let someone into the places we used to hide, to allow someone close enough to witness not just our bodies, but our fears, our stories, our softness. Trust takes time. It's built in quiet moments, in how someone listens, in whether they respect your boundaries. And the beautiful thing is that when emotional safety is present, desire blooms naturally. Not forced, not rushed, but with grace. If you've been hesitant to explore intimacy again, start with trust. Build it first with yourself, and then with someone worthy. It's never too late to feel safe in love again. Many seniors carry invisible wounds from past relationships, heartbreak, abuse, or neglect. These hurts, though buried, often shape the way we experience intimacy in the present. Some have learned to guard their hearts. Others may avoid touch, fearing it will trigger old pain. But here's the quiet truth. Healing is still possible, and it doesn't need to be rushed. Sometimes it begins with one honest conversation, one trusted therapist, one tear you finally allow yourself to shed. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means learning how to carry your story with tenderness instead of shame. You may have been hurt, dismissed, or made to feel unworthy in the past, but that does not mean you are broken. Your desire is not wrong. It is part of your wholeness. And even if the road back to intimacy is slow, every step matters. Whether you're rediscovering yourself after divorce, widowhood, or years of disconnection, know this: you are not alone, and you are not beyond healing. Your story is still unfolding, and there is space for softness, pleasure, and connection in the chapters yet to come. So here we are, having peeled back 6 quiet but powerful truths. That desire doesn't vanish after 60, it deepens. That intimacy is more than sex. It's connection in its richest forms. That your body is not a problem, but a partner on the journey. That communication opens doors to closeness you didn't know were still possible. That emotional safety is the fertile soil where trust and touch grow. And that healing, even late in life, is still within reach. You don't have to transform your entire relationship with desire overnight. Just begin with one small step. Maybe that's writing down what you long for. Maybe it's talking to a partner, or to yourself, with more kindness. Maybe it's sharing this video with someone who needs it too. You deserve to feel seen. You deserve to feel wanted. You deserve to feel whole. If no one has told you lately, you are still radiant, still lovable, still worthy of being touched, known, desired, and deeply seen. Aging does not make you invisible. It makes you textured, layered with wisdom, resilience, and a kind of beauty the world doesn't always understand, but one that becomes more powerful with time. If this video resonated with you, if it stirred something tender, something aching, something hopeful, then know this: you are not alone. There are so many others, just like you, quietly wondering if what they feel is normal, if desire still has a place, if they're allowed to want more from love and from themselves. You are part of a growing, beautiful community that is choosing to embrace this next chapter not with fear, but with curiosity, courage, and care. So, if you felt held by today's message, please consider leaving a comment. Your story might just be the bridge someone else needs to cross. And if you know someone, a friend, a partner, a sibling, who might need to hear these words, please share this video with them. Sometimes, the most loving thing we can do is remind another soul that they are not forgotten. Not in their longing, not in their loneliness, not in their light. And if you haven't already, we invite you to subscribe to Comfort Corner. We're building a gentle place here, a space where your voice, your feelings, your journey matters, and where every video is a soft hand on your back saying, "Keep going, you're doing just fine. Let's keep walking this path together." I'm Michael from Comfort Corner, wishing you peace, health, and a heart full of hope.